O God, when you went forth before your people, marching with them and living among them, the earth trembled, heavens poured down rain. Alleluia.
Well, my name is Father Ron Cattany, and I'm the pastor and rector of the Cathedral Basilica of the Immaculate Conception, and I'm also the pastor of St. Elizabeth Roman Catholic Church on the Auraria Higher Education Campus. Of my own personal discernment, God said, go here. And so when I was 55 years old, I went into seminary, went to then Blessed John, the 23rd National Seminary in Weston, Massachusetts, and was ordained a priest on May 18th, 2013. My first 2 years I was parochial vicar at Light of the World Roman Catholic Church in Littleton, and since 2015 I've been the rector of the cathedral. I had the world's best career for 35 years. I went to undergraduate and graduate school at the Colorado School of Mines. My undergraduate degree is in mineral engineering and mathematics with a minor in geophysics, and my master's degree is in mineral economics. And so for 35 years, I was ostensibly energy and natural resource advisor to the last 4 Colorado governors. I worked around the state on key issues from Indian reserve water rights to mineral and energy regulation, to timber management, to land use, to water management, to recreation management, wildlife management. And so as a result, I not only had a career where I was making decisions about the future of Colorado, but I was also really experiencing the heart of Colorado in terms of the people and the places in the state. What God was doing was wrapping up with a bow my community life, my professional life, and my church involvement life, so that then, when he posed the question about me going to seminary, what he basically was saying is, okay, you've done all this, now it's my turn. Being a priest had not been on my radar screen since I was about 8 years old. Now, as every good Catholic Italian boy, I can remember standing on our front lawn and over on 3rd and Quitman in West Denver saying, when I grew up, I want to be a priest. But then I wanted to be an architect. Then I decided I wanted to be an engineer and an economist. So when I was 50 years old, the question that I began to ask, literally every morning, was, tell me what you want me to do next in my life. Now, I thought God was going to make me the Secretary of the Interior, okay? So I had my own predisposed notion of what was going to happen. But what was interesting was that over that 5-year period, some very good things happened in my life and some very bad things happened. My mom wasn't feeling well. I helped her up. She had some trouble walking, and I helped her to the bathroom, and she died in my arms. So by Friday of that week, I was a basket case. And so I took that Friday afternoon off, went down to the John Paul II Center, prayed in the chapel there. Priest who I'd known, who had really been my confessor for that year and a half before, he did a private baptism for a family. And at the conclusion of the baptism, and I'm sitting in the back of the church, in the back on the side where the Mary altar is, and he took the baby over to the Mary altar and consecrated the baby to our Blessed Mother. And at that moment, I knew that God was calling me to the priesthood. And I cried for 45 minutes. And I was supposed to go to a discernment retreat the next day. And I told our vocations director, and I said, but I know where this is going. It's going to the priesthood now. It took a lot of events in my life that both were very good and very bad to get me to that point. But God knows what he's doing, and he often prepares the way for our vocation in very different ways. And certainly he ran me along a path that I wouldn't. If you'd have said to me 10 years ago now that I would be sitting here talking to you today as a Roman Catholic priest, I'd say you had 3 heads. Part of what one needs to do in one's vocational call is that you need to keep your eye on the cross, and you need to keep your eye on Jesus, and you need to keep Mary in your heart, because the last thing that the devil wants is another ordained priest, another minister, another religious sister, whatever. And so what is the devil? The devil is the king of doubt, and he will always be putting doubt in your mind. And he'll manifest that in very different ways. One way is, oh, I'm not worthy. Well, that's not for you to judge. Jesus will be the judge of that. But even so, or I can't do this. Well, then that means you're believing in yourself instead of the power of God acting inside of you. But the other is the reaction of people. When God has something planned for us in our life, if we pay attention to what he's doing in our life, what we see is that he lands the planes. So that when he asks this question, there's only one moral and ethical answer, but it has to come from the heart.